Clint Emerson is a retired U.S. Navy SEAL with 20 years of special ops experience. He's also a best-selling author, and he's got a brand new book, just came out not long ago, and it's called The Rugged Life, The Modern Guide to Self-Reliance. He says that these last 2 years have shown us just how fragile society can be, and it's his mission to teach you and your family to be more self-sufficient, whether you want to homestead out in the country or just grow your own salad on a windowsill in a city apartment. Probably be a pretty small salad, but nevertheless, it's possible. Please welcome to our show, Clint Emerson. Clint, great having you here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You spent 20 years at the highest levels of our toughest operators, Navy SEALs, and Team 6. When you retired, one of the things that people wanted you to teach them was how to survive. If there was something that went down that got tough for families, how to make it. And that's part of what you've done in The Rugged Life. But do you think Americans are prepared for something cataclysmic, catastrophic that could happen to our society, whether it's wide-scale riots or crime in the streets? Are we ready for that?
I don't think so. And I think the pandemic showed just how ill-prepared we really are. Yeah. And technology caught up very quickly. We were able to order food and have it delivered to our door. We're able to make sure the coffee's ready when we stop by our favorite coffee shops. But what that did is it just built complacency and a little bit of laziness. And so I figured, well, why not put something together to get people back to their roots, skills, doing things with their hands again, and then allowing them to really take ownership in everything they're doing in life. You can either take a small step or you can leap all the way in.
People have to start preparing for the what-ifs, right?
Right.
So what do they do? What is, if you would just say, okay, these are the 3 most important things that you as a family better be prepared for, what would they be?
That's a pretty big question. First and foremost, having a plan. And start simple. And I always say, hey, keep it simple because crisis will complicate the rest.
Yeah.
Next is part of that plan is having a communication system so that you can talk to your loved ones, have ways of doing it, multiple modes of communication, so that if something happens when someone's not home, they can still get the word. Ensuring that you are prepared across the board as it relates to the equipment or vehicles. I mean, there's so many things on a list that, we really take for granted. And as we're seeing, whether it's, gas prices going up, supply chain issues, the economy coming down, some stuff is going to get harder and harder to get a hold of. But if you're doing it yourself, then you're creating a gap between you and the crazy world out there.
Clint, I don't want to scare people, but on the other hand, we're seeing a high increasing level of home invasions, nice homes, people think they're safe, and somebody just breaks in their home and puts them on the ground. Sometimes they kill them, other times they don't kill them. But people are traumatized and they're robbed at gunpoint. Sometimes they're physically abused while people are in their homes. How can people prepare for that kind of situation? And should people be thinking about that what if?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, crime is one of those things that almost is on the same scale with the economy. When things start to go down, everything goes down with it, right? So some of the stuff you can do is look at your home and then set up a layered approach, starting with an outer perimeter, which is talk to your neighbors. Everyone look out for one another. And then as you inch your way in, you want to deter the bad guys. So light up your home on the outside, keep it dark on the inside. You know your blueprint better than anybody else. Let the bad guys stumble and fall while you go grab the gun. Yeah. Whatever it is, it's there's a layering approach. I keep it super simple, and it's all in there for everyone to digest easily.
I mean, I think the basic thrust of The Rugged Life that you've written is to tell people here are some specific things that you should do in your home. Now, if people say, I'm going to get a gun, I'm going to protect myself, it's sort of incumbent upon them to learn how to use it and use it properly so they don't hurt themselves, right?
No doubt about it. Safety first, training all the time. Make sure you get the education and knowledge from experienced professionals. And then you've got to get out on the range. And most people think it's all about the shooting, but how I draw it becomes really important. And most people think, I'll put it in my nightstand, I'll keep it in my purse. But those aren't places where it's readily available. You've got to make sure when you're doing concealed carry, you're doing it right, and you actually train it all the time. I say, before you leave the house, you stand in a mirror and you actually practice your draws 10 times. You're good to go, just to keep the muscle memory, fresh.
A lot of women are very afraid if they get out of their car to pump gas, somebody can carjack them, take their car, sometimes with a kid in the car. I mean, those are real things that happen to Americans every single day. Are there tips in here for how to better protect yourself against those things that you're just going about your business, and even in a nice neighborhood, and it still happens?
Yeah, there's an entire chapter on be your own protector, and it gives some great points and skills that everyone can focus on. But the other series of books I have, 100 Deadly Skills, really dives in deep onto those types of skills.
Anybody that's been a Navy SEAL for 20 years, I don't want to mess with you. People would mess with me. They ain't going to mess with you. So I want to find out what I can do, not to be a Navy SEAL, but to be better prepared to protect myself, my family, and my home. And I'm so grateful. The Rugged Life is the book, and it is available. It is out now. You can find it anywhere books are sold. And I hope you will check out the links that we have to it on Huckabee.tv. And we also have links to more on Clint and other books and materials that he has produced.